do in research, what happens in research. Priyanka explained in very detail, like how we can take a topic and how we can go till the end of writing the paper and all. So the research papers, then question comes like, what are different kinds of research papers we have? So high school students always keep wondering, and their parents also keeps wondering, like sometimes it is journal paper, conference paper, workshop paper, and these types like what we can see on the screen here. So if we are doing some research, we have like, okay, I want to study this topic in deeply, I want to collect all the evidence, what has been done here so far, and then like there is a process called prisma, PRISMA, that we follow for systematic reviews. Like in each step what we have to do with whatever papers we have collected there, whatever data we have collected there, and on the basis of that, if we do the study, then it goes under systematic reviews, case studies. So what will be the output of that paper? Like if anyone has to start a research, first they will go through your paper, they have to go through your paper to understand that subject. Suppose I have to understand a subject, sustainable fuel, uh, sustainable fuels, right? Then I have to go through some paper first, which can give me all everything like what has been done so far. So this paper comes into that category, and then we can choose some case studies also, some particular thing which had happened, or like we want to work on something. And if we want to, we have kind of already discussed what goes in the research paper and all, but just to make uh, like why these categories are there. So there will be some IEEE journals, Elsevier's journals, Springer journals, and conference papers will be there. Like this scientific communities organized conference for researchers, for high school students, for professors and all. They participate in that, they present their work. I have given like in slides some examples of that also. And now on those conferences also, like there are sometimes workshop papers they will be asking for, which will be more of hands-on orientation actually. Then coming to the prototype and simulator. So usually like we recommend the student, like what you are doing research on, try to build also that something. At least not exactly, if you are not doing, in some circumstances we can't exactly replicate that, right? With analysis we can support that, but try to simulate that, try to make some simulator for that, try to make some prototype for that. Then can we imagine like where the understanding of a student goes from? It really elevates the students understanding, and it is valued by all the colleges as well, all top colleges. Okay, student just did not do the research, did not write the paper, but student have hands-on experience also. Then if the idea is really pretty good, and it has novelty, and we think like people can steal this idea in future, and they can just directly apply our idea and make a business around it, they can sell the products on it, then we go for patents. And patents are like like really rigor to achieve, but like a student can have a patent, like that is wonderful. So there are actually two kinds of patents: provisional patents and non-provisional patents. So earlier, first we can apply for provisional patents, then we get a time period of 2 years, and then we can move to uh, non-provisional patents. Uh, any questions so far? Okay. So we already talked about it, like when we have like complete work, then we move to journal paper, and case study, systematic review, and everything we read about it. So what options we have here. So this is also a kind of research, though it's showing essay competition. This is Harvard's economics essay competition. So that is also the part of extracurricular and research support, what we talked earlier about, which contains 35%. So if we look at the prompts of this essay competition, these are the prompts. And we have to write elaborated essay here of 1500 words and all. So I will just randomly take one topic, this crypto finance, right? So when a high school student, you can see this is for high school student, this competition which is organized by Harvard. So if a student has to work on this topic, crypto finance, then they first have to understand what is the tokenized sovereign bond they are talking about here, what is blockchain based currencies, how blockchain works, how it provides transparency and accessibility, right? What innovations are happening there, are there any security concerns and all. Once like they have established this base, then they can go on and go forward on writing the essay and all. So if they have already chosen this subject, okay, want to work on finance, then it is like, then that time we start building base for them. It's not just like what the questions or topics which are coming on the prompt, like we try to cover, like if there are other competitions as well, then also the students should be able to participate in that. The other kind of like research part, research extended we can call it, like we can see here, this is Conrad challenge, aerospace challenge. So here student participate in a team, they present their project prototype in front of the team and in front of the jury and all, right? So student need help, they need to be taught how to like participate in these kind of competitions, what kind of competitions are available in the market. So these all comes under our this research big arena. We can see about this gene lab for high schools from NASA, right? Looks, actually this is a free course, but to get admitted in this course, that is highly competitive, because NASA is providing their data to work them with, and once they get a stamp of NASA, a high school student, then it is gonna be totally different game changer for them, right? And if you look at their requirements, they will just write on the website 3.0 GPA. If somebody has, they are eligible for applying for this. But how many applications they are getting here, right? They actually cut it off at 1,000 applications. So like, do we really think like they are just considering this 3.0 GPA? No, definitely not. Before coming to this, applying for this, like we have to make a portfolio, we have to build a portfolio. That's why I said like research part is going to be differentiator, like people who all have 3.0 GPA. Then we usually we get this question all the time, like what are prerequisites for research? And like there is actually no prerequisite for research actually. And I just don't want to say this, I want to prove also this. You can see this is a very prestigious conference, and there is a high school poster expo they are inviting. Like if any student has joined here, they can see, they can even try for submitting for this. The deadline is 18th August. So what do they say? Who is eligible to apply? So it's research, whether it's research, innovation, or an idea you are passionate about. No lab experience required, just curiosity and creativity. So from everywhere it comes to the point, you should be curious about a topic, you should be passionate about a topic. And even like I will tell in the further slide, even if you don't have an idea of a topic, then what do we have to do? So here come usually we expect student and in grade 8, right? So at what grade we should start research? At what stage, at what grade, like we should start publishing a paper, we should start participating in conferences? So the thing is that we should start exploring things in grade 8 itself. Here you have to understand like in which area you are interested in, and then like on the top of this, like we already saw like so many opportunities are there, so we have to like accomplish at least a few things that also like we are going to talk in the next slide. So grade 8 is really important for students here. So here they can like with the help of mentors, they can uh, explore at least 5, 6, 7, 8 subject areas, like have a half an hour conversation with them. So what is going in that area? Why I mentioned mentor here, because sometimes you're not even aware of some areas which are existing. So sometimes you're not even aware like, okay, blockchain is also existing, LLM everybody knows, but such kind of concepts are even existing, right? So a mentor can really help like what is currently demand, in which direction the industry is going. So they can, and they can really like, it could be very digressing as well, so they can make it focused, and the what is really we need to understand, they can give some specific papers, research papers, articles, they can have conversations with them. And really it is important like we decide the topics what we want to explore in grade 8, and then like we can do some mini projects around that and all that is there. But if you see what options are there, what kind of projects even we can do in grade 8, then this is Harvard's writing contest. And what they are asking, they are inviting juniors, 7th grader, 8th grader for submitting their article on the topics what they want to do, what they want to work. So there are opportunities everywhere, like, but we have to choose like which opportunities can really give us benefits. Like if we talk about just, I'm also digressing a bit, like olympiads, there are so many private olympiads available, and there are some government olympiads. So do you think like really like participating on in those private olympiads for like from grade 1, does that really gonna add much to students career? We usually see like if they are getting silver medals, gold medals in private olympiads, but where it matters is that government backed olympiad, which is IMO and all, like which goes like where the Bhava research institutes, the national institutes, government, where government researchers are participating and designing the questions for students and all. So like if somebody who is 8th grader and they are like they have published an article with the Harvard International Review, like that's quite a recognition. So they start building there, they make contacts over there, like definitely they will be knowing some Harvard person, and there is really a good way to go ahead. So it is really important. I won't say like in 8th grade they have to write a research paper, but in 8th grade they have to decide, they should be deciding like what topics we are choosing, like what am I really interested in. Then like finally, then we have 9th, 10th and 11th, because in 12th we have to fill the applications. We plan to have one high quality journal paper, research paper, and related prototype or simulator, one some a poster or conference presentation which really gives exposure to the student. When a student is going for a conference, he is going to meet like so many researchers over there, scientists over there. So that is going to be like when he really going to present over there in person their paper, their research. It's quite a wonderful experience for students, and like they make connections and everything. Then like one essay or academic competition like Harvard's, then MIT's competition, and there are so many, like we have a list of competitions, like A grade competitions, I would say. Then like one summer program, uh, there are beautiful programs provided by MITs and all. So I just won't mention the MITs. MIT has this Weaver program. They provide biomedical track, quantum track, and all. But here with the summer program, when we are choosing one, we should try to choose. We should like which has less acceptance rate. There are, because in the market like so many summer programs are available, but we should really not go for like any summer program. We should be choosing like which has lower acceptance rate, which will give credibility to the counselors of colleges and all. Then one internship, if we can get in company, that is wonderful. And either we can go for patent or a founder track, it depending on like students interest. If a student is deep into research, like we can go for a patent. And if they are into like they want to be an entrepreneur, they want to be in finance, economics, or business side related, then we can go for a founder track. What is the meaning of this founder track? Like they will be owning one company, and they will have their they will decide what business that company will be doing. And we can help them like in deciding these things, what should be the revenue model of the company, like how to do the marketing for that company across different channels. So what is competitor analysis, if the business stream they are choosing, which is very important, what they are like offering differently, how do they think of cracking the market. A high school student may not be like that competitive with other market competitors, that's totally fine. But like coming to a particular point, that is important. Thinking of an idea is important, having a website regarding that is important, having some followers over there, that is important. So